Hi everyone, happy Nowruz, happy Persian New Year. That's why my background is like that. So basically Persian New Year is just celebrating the first day of spring. I wanted to say spring semester. No, we're not gonna celebrate that, but we're gonna celebrate the first day of spring. And so basically we're gonna have a lot of traditional food, dancing, and we're gonna visit our family members, and we're gonna just be happy for like those period of time. In my country, we're gonna be actually celebrating Nowruz for almost 2 weeks, if not more. So basically, we wouldn't go to school. We're just gonna eat a lot, and we're just gonna visit our family and dance. So I really miss Iran, to be honest. I feel like 2 weeks celebration is just so good. But yeah, long story short, I'm gonna wish you all a very happy Persian New Year. I know that you're not gonna celebrate that, but I'm gonna send you a lot of peace and love and good energy. I know that nowadays you are just very busy with just taking different exams. Some of you guys gonna graduate soon, probably in a month. So I'm gonna wish you the best of luck and love and everything for the new Persian year. So let me just share my screen and just talk about chapter 9. We're going to talk about patients, providers, and treatments. Basically, we're going to talk about how providers, they should just be more understandable, and how patients, they have to be just more focused, and just talk about what is just basically more necessary for their symptoms and treatment process. Because sometimes patients, they would just go on and on without actually mentioning the actual points. So the providers, they wouldn't listen to us. So we have to be like very specific, very concise. So this way we can just get their attention. Let's talk about that. In chapter outline, we're going to talk about healthcare services. We're going to talk about the nature of patient-provider communication, bad result of poor patient-provider communication, and lastly, we're going to talk about how to improve those poor results. First of all, we're going to talk about patient consumerism, which basically talking about nowadays everything is just very convenient. We do have so many options out there. For example, if we would have pain, if we would just Google, we can just see 1,000 providers in our neighborhood, right? We can actually choose them based on their rating, right? Or based on, for example, if they are more closer to our place, or whether they would have open appointments and all that. So we do have so many options, and we're going to actually narrow down our options based on our own preferences. And that's the whole idea of patient consumerism. It's just talking about finding a provider, it's just doing grocery shop. You do have so many brands, so many options. So there are like so many factors that can impact our overall choose an option. Like for example, if we would actually feel like a treatment plan, like one specific treatment plan gonna be like more appropriate for our condition, we're gonna go for that. If we would just have a specific healthcare insurance, we would just check our insurance first, then we could just opt our provider based on our insurance. Or if it would be under like different healthcare plans, we can just again filter whatever we have based on our need. If the problem would be a small, we're gonna go to a general practitioner. But if we feel like it is big, we need some sort of a specialist. So we're gonna go to someone who is just more knowledgeable, do have more experiences, and so on. And that's the whole idea of this part. Talking about consumerism, we have to first of all talk about our healthcare plans, because our plan gonna impact our options directly. There are gonna be like so many plans out there. I guess you are familiar with that. I'm gonna give you a minute to just read the table. I need coffee. So the first one gonna be Health Maintenance Organization, or HMO. So basically here you're gonna have one primary provider and like a general physician or something. So you're gonna go to them for any sort of problem. They're gonna see you, and after that, they're gonna refer you to someone who is just more expert. I'm assuming that some of you are visiting GSU Health Center. If you are doing that all the time, it's going to be a general practitioner or a nurse that's going to visit you, and they're going to actually refer you to someone just very specific. to just address your problem. And that person who's a specific, it has to be in a network based on your health insurance if you are HMO. So basically the idea of HMO is, first of all, the starting point gonna be your primary physician, your primary provider. So based on their referral, you're gonna go to a list that is a specific based on your healthcare insurance. It's not that much flexible, but it is cheaper than other plans. The second option that we might have, it is preferred provider organization, or PPO. I guess you're familiar with that. So here you don't need actually a primary provider at all. You have like so many options in a discounted rate. It's not cheap. It is just a bit more expensive, but you do have a lot of flexibility. You can just go to whoever you want, and it's just all about you and your own preferences. Like no one gonna force you to just go through a list, but you have to pay more. There's another option, point of service plan, POS. It is just something between HMO and PPO. It's just in the middle. So basically here in POS, you do have a primary provider, a primary physician. So it's gonna be your starting point, but you do have options to go based on a list or outside of that list or network. Like you have like so many options after the starting point. So it is very similar to HMO. It is similar to PPO because it does have like options out of list, and it's not 100% based on the list that your provider gonna give you. However, it's just a bit more expensive than HMO. Okay, so it is in between of these two first options. The last one gonna be traditional one. So basically you're gonna select your own doctor, whoever, for example, your parents gonna tell you, oh, for example, I don't know, Dr. Jake, they are perfect. They were just actually treating all the family member. So you're gonna go to them, but you're gonna spend a lot of money because yeah, we all know that. And they're gonna be a wait list and all that. So yeah, it's expensive. So if you are rich, just do traditional one. If you are rich but not rich, you can do POS. If you're broke like me, just do HMO. I'm just joking. I mean, I'm broke. I'm not just joking about that part. But I feel like PPO is a good option. It does have flexibility. POS is a good option. It does have flexibility and a good rate. HMO is just very available for everybody out there. So the nature of patient-provider communication is just very important because sometimes your provider gonna ask you to do something. For example, just asking you to take a specific pill, let's say antibiotics, and they're gonna ask you to do that for 7 days, but you're gonna take it for 2 days, then you're gonna be treated. So you're gonna tell yourself, oh, what's the point of taking antibiotic? It's not good. So you're gonna stop. So you're not getting the treatments in the period that you're supposed to do. So you are not listening to them. That is wrong. They know definitely better than you because they went through a lot of education and all that. So you have to listen to them. So in the next section, we're going to talk about how providers, they should just manage their language, and they should be understandable to us, but not like dummy understandable. Like they shouldn't do baby talk to us because like we are mature, we can understand them. They have to actually see their patient and actually tone the language based on their patient, first of all. They shouldn't just go like very professional. They shouldn't do minimum. They have to be modest in between. We're gonna